Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 22 of May I Scraplift You, a hop started by Crystal Barrett with pineapple papers. And today I am scraplifting Karina Nilsson. And I'll show you her Instagram right there is CBS CINA. She also has a YouTube channel and it's under her name, Karina Nilsson. And her layout was so cute, and I don't want to say simple, but I felt like it would be a little easier, no mixed media for the most part. And so I decided to document this picture from Mother's Day this year of me, my mom, and my sister. And I'm going to use some branding strips as my little strips because I love to use those. And so I have this one set from Art for Everyone by Vicki Boutin. And then this one that's in my hand right now is just Amy Tangerine. It's a couple of different collections. So I've got a ton of mother family type stickers and embellishments, this tissue, my picture, and this awesome lamp. So let's see how this goes. So I pulled this double-sided paper out to be my base. I will matte that on this white right here. And she has black matted on white, and I love that, but I wanted to bring in like the pinkish color since it is Mother's Day. Not that me, my mom, and my sister are pinky kind of people. So the first thing I did was pull out my strips from the Art for Everyone and look through those. And there was a lot of red tone in there. So then I pulled out the ones from Amy Tangerine, and I end up pulling the ones from just the Brave and Bold collection. I have some in here from Picnic at the Park or Day at the Park or something like that, and another collection, but I end up just pulling the little strips and then pull out my papers because I do still have a collection of her items and papers and lovely stuff. But I don't bring anything else in from her collection except the strips and one thing I fussy cut out. So, and then I get my tissue, and I left this in because I did have a friend ask me how I use tissue on my layouts. So I figured I would leave this process in. It's not like it's something I do all the time, but I definitely do love that texture and that look because you could still see through it, even though it's like 4 layers, you could still see through it to the darker color behind, but I just love the way that it adds that extra little something, and that is what it looks like she uses as well. So that's why I was real excited about this lamp. So I center my picture in mostly, but I want to leave enough space to tear because it looks like she's torn hers, and I love that look. And I tear the 2 sides and the top, but I don't tear the bottom yet because that's what's keeping this little pile of tissue together is it's folded over. So before I tear at the bottom, I go through and just use my adhesive to get each layer of tissue together. And I pick it up and make sure, and I knew I was missing a layer. So then I pick that up, make sure it's all stuck together, and then tear that bottom little bit. And I just push my thumb down to where I don't want it to tear any further than. That way I have a hint of control. I mean, I don't want it to look like a controlled tear per se, but I do want to make sure that I don't tear to where it goes behind the picture and is not showing all around. So then I go through the strips that I have, and I kept like this aqua and teal pattern, some pink patterns, a little bit of white and black. And then there's like a floral knot that you can tell that by the time I'm done tucking. There is one piece of floral that you can see. It's a dark black with like yellow and purple. But I do cover up a little bit of that with the embellishments. So, but that's okay. I don't have any issues covering the paper. My hard thing is covering mixed media when you spend lots of quality time on pretty media and then you cover it up. I'm going to get smarter about that and not cover up mixed media as much. I'm going to learn to plan ahead a little bit. It would not be the same if I did completely plan. So I get my strips all down, and then this little heart was actually, this little piece of paper right here was just part of one of the strips that I cut off earlier. And this heart's not complete. It's missing that little smidge up at the top. But I'm going to tuck it in here because on her layout, she's got like a little circle or something cut out. And maybe even a flare. I can't tell what that is. But there is something up here in the top left next to the picture. And I thought this little heart would be perfect. So then I get out my massive stash of stickers and embellishments. This right here is a Stickabilities, and I think I'm going to show you. It's from 2009. Yep. I stash order, guys. I buy stuff all the time, and not that I should be spending money. I seriously should not. I am trying really hard not to buy as much this year and to use my things. So this is from Stickabilities. This is more current. I think I just bought or got this past year, and same with that one. And then I have some Crafter Square, which is from the dollar store, and I don't think I use any of those today, but I use those Crafter Square quite often. I do use one thing from there. And then this is K and Company, and this is from 2012, and I finished the sticker sheet off. It's a 3D embellishment. The one says Mother, and I am going to use that as my title, and then there's a little purse on there. My sister got a backpack for Mother's Day. That's as close to a purse as we got, but, you know, I felt like it was fitting. There's a couple other things I'm going to pull off a sticker sheet or an embellishment sheet to tuck on here that really don't fit like gifts or anything. This right here is what I got. I pulled from my Crafter Square. So I put this purse down here to cover because there's two of these little strips that I used have the little holes from the project pad. So I use a purse to cover one of them. And then I tuck the little floral pink thing down underneath there. And I love that. Those, like I said, came from the dollar store when the things were actually $1. So, and you get like 5 strips of these pink florals, and they're so pretty. I have blue too. So I really wanted to use this as my title, this Happiest Together, because I definitely am at my happiest when I'm with my family. And that includes the family that I chose, not just the family that I was born into, but I adore my family. We're very close. And so I thought I'd use that because there is some teal in that, some of that paper. It just wasn't working for me. It was going to come over too far on the picture. It wasn't going to blend as well. So I decided I would just use this Mother as the title. And I've got another word phrase I'm going to pull on and put on here, a couple of them actually. And I just put that over there. And so I've decided to cover that other little hole in the middle with this little rectangular thing that says I Love Us. And it came from one of the Stickabilities. And then I put this little thing that says Mom that came from that 2009 sheet down here at the bottom. And there's no necessary reason for it. I just put it there. I thought about putting a bunch of different words for mom on here. And I mean, it says Mother and Mom in 2 different places. But, and then there's a little Happy Mother's Day thing I'm going to put on here at some point. But I just felt like that was enough. And it just adds a little more of that black color at the bottom. And then I matte this little thing that says I Love Us. It's got a heart, and then the word in the heart it says love, but it's gold. And I matte that on this same pink paper that I cut a 1/2 inch off the top and the side. I just matted it on that, so it was going to bring that same color in. And it covers up that little hole. And I love that cute little thing. It says I Love Us. And there's a bigger one that came on, that's on the the foam paper or the foam stickers, but I didn't want to use that. It was too big. So then I used this spitting image that came off of a sticker sheet that was in that pile. I couldn't even tell you who this is, but oh no, it is Me and My Big Ideas. There's a name on the back of the package. So then I remembered I had a couple of embellishments that were Mother's Day related. So I just make my little cluster kind of like she does over here on the right. And I use a little heart that says I love you, Mom. And then there's a little present that says for Mom. And a little card that says Happy Mother's Day with an envelope. And I think that's so cute. And that's just what I did and what I used for my cluster. There isn't any purple on here, and there's purple on that bow, but I don't care. I'm not necessarily too picky about that kind of stuff. That's just the way I work. Um, Sometimes I make sure everything is like on the layout in multiple places, and I could have brought some purple enamel dots in at some point, but I just don't. The other thing that's on this sticker sheet is like a little bottle of perfume and a little thing of nail polish, and that's not necessarily at all fitting either, because like I said, we're not very girly girl in my family. But these stickers that I'm using, I believe are Jolie's. Um, yep, they are. They are Jolie's. And I have some extra ones, but I've got one more layout to do for Mother's Day this year. So I'm going to use the rest of them on that layout. So she has a little cute thing that says "You are beautiful" at the bottom of her layout. And I did want to add a little something down here so there's not this vast mass space of nothingness. So I mat this little thing that says "You make me happy" on some of the same paper from this collection, so it brings the same colors in. I mat it, it's gold and black, and then I put it down there at the bottom. And then I get a little gold and brown, which is also in that sticker, arrow, and I tuck it in underneath Mother, pointing back towards the picture, so that it brings that same gold up. So there is a triangle of gold from the arrow to the heart and the "I love us," and then the little title, or subtitle in the bottom. And then I pulled some stickers from this other Stickability, that just a few little florals, and I just tuck those in. She's got some bigger florals on either side of hers, but I thought that these smaller ones were fitting, and they match a couple of the things that are already on the layout. So that worked for me. And then, let's see. I think that's it. I took a couple of florals down there, and then that's all that I'm going to add in that area, except I am going to bring in my my enamel dots. And I have these ones from Paper Studio that have like hearts and squares and stars and stuff. And I pull the pink hearts. See, here's where I could have added some purple hearts to bring that purple into the layout, but I didn't, you all. I just didn't. So I put some pink hearts in a few different places, and then I pull from my enamel dots, also from the Paper Studio, and put those in a few different places in like a light pink and a mauve. And then I get my black tie enamel accents out from Ranger, and just put those all around. Kind of, she's got little dots in different places, and so I pretty much just followed where she had hers. And then I got out my Creative Memories black pen and wrote 5/8/22, because that was the date for Mother's Day this year. And that's it. I am going to call this done. I do have another layout to do to go with this, and I don't know when I'll do that, but maybe later today or tomorrow. And it may be a scrap lift. Who knows? I am flying by the seat of my pants this week. We're packing and moving and all sorts of crazy. So I took an hour this morning before my throat even clears from my allergies to create a layout. So here it is, the close-up. I hope you'll go below and check out all the creatives who are hopping along with this awesome May I Scraplift You. Please go check out Karina's Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. She had a lot of really great layouts that I could have picked, but I just wanted something to use up any kind of scrap stash. Makes me happy. So that is why, I'm glad you get to see the blank bottom of the layout. Bless my heart. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all will come back later for another May I Scraplift You. Love the ones you love, and happy scrapping.